So, hey guys, this is part 1.5, and if you guys were confused on why it instantly cutted the video, uh, I didn't stop the recording, it's just that my phone stops itself, pretty much turns itself off automatically for some reason, and each time you see the screen being, like the popping up stuff, it's because I'm tapping it so the video won't automatically stop or end, like how it happened for the part 1. So pretty much we continue where we left off. If I remember was uh if I remember correctly, it's when everything began. A blind light absorbs Izuku and some of the homeless people. With then pretty much Izuku regaining consciousness, him being under the rubble. Then removes the rubble off from him, and he sees a helicopter going around. With a helicopter spotting it, it's something that's moving, and they see that a kid survived that explosion. And one yells out saying, "We found one alive! Hurry up, get down there!" With Izuku pretty much stumbling a lot because of pain. And then the guy goes up running to him saying, "Hey kid, are you okay? Are you hurt anywhere?" With Izuku saying, "I think I broke my leg." With the guy saying, "Damn it. But can you still walk somewhat?" With Izuku saying, "Yeah, but it hurts." And then instantly hearing a bit of a zap, they turn around saying that there's electric wires that were... Whoa. Whoa, I don't know what happened. I think it's just the fire alarm that someone is testing out. So if you guys were surprised by that, I was surprised by that too. I'm guessing they're just testing out the alarms if they actually work or something like that. So let's just continue what happened of the what if. Instantly, then a lightning bolt shot out with, and Izuku sees this, which is pretty slow, with him going in front of the little lightning electricity bolt that's headed towards the guy that to rescue from the chopper. Izuku goes in front of the guy. Instantly, the guy notices, and it's like so slow, but for him it's regular speed, saying, "No, watch out!" Pretty much in slow motion. Then instantly, when Izuku puts his hand in front, it's like the lightning went into his hand. But not just that, his leg felt better for some reason. And then he he looks at his hand and then back at the guy saying, and the guy says, "So you had a lightning quirk, huh? Well, I was like, that's lucky. That's a lucky break for me there." With Izuku looking to his hand saying, "But I'm quirkless." With the guy being hearing this because Izuku whispered it. With the guy said, "Wait, what did you say, kid?" With Izuku looking up at the guy saying, "But I'm quirkless. How did this happen?" With the guy saying, and being shocked that supposed to be quirkless was able to unlock his quirk, and I'm really not dear in a dire situation, with him just thinking maybe it was like a life or death situation, kid. Maybe it instantly unlocked because then you were a bit of a late bloomer. Maybe it came to your aid or something like that. Maybe it's just a theory, but come on, let's go to the hospital. I'll take you there with the chopper. Come on. Pretty much, the guy was gonna help Izuku walk, but Izuku says, "No, I'm fine." Which the guy says, "Are you sure? Were you faking the leg thing?" With Izuku saying, "No, no, no, I wasn't. But after that lightning hit me, for some reason my leg healed." With the rescue guy thinking it's weird, saying, and also then when they get to the helicopter, they fly off to see if there's any more people. Before that, they drop Izuku off in the hospital. With the guy before the guy they get there, the guy asks, "So," pretty much yelling at Izuku, saying, "So, do you know what caused that crater?" With Izuku saying, "Yeah, actually, there was like these two weird scientist guys. After I was just trying to go for a run, like a jog and some stuff like that. After I saw a weird blue glow in the one of the warehouses where it caused it. They said something about making a quirkless person gain a quirk through that explosion or something, maybe? I don't know. And it said, and I think I heard them saying that it's a low percent chance that that people that are quirkless may survive. I don't know. I don't remember. That's the only thing I know because I eavesdropped on them. And I warned some of the others that were in this area too. With the guy being surprised, saying, "Wait, what? Someone was that mad to uh, uh make some sort of explosive item that someone gains a quirk on? Some crazy bastard." And also, sorry for the swearing, guys, but it makes it work better for me. For personally, it makes it feel like it's more, a bit more realistic. And the guy says, "Well, at least you're lucky, and I guess that bomb awakened your quirk, huh? So, yeah, I guess this is your lucky day, but not for others." With Izuku saying, "What do you mean?" With the guy saying, "Well, we found some other bodies, but they looked so mangled up that we couldn't even recognize them." With Izuku saying, "What do you mean? How do they look like?" With the guy saying, "They were burnt to a crisp, like they were burnt by fire or something." Izuku being shocked, saying, "What?" With the guy saying, "Yeah, it was pretty hectic and pretty messed up. God, and I won't be able to sleep for weeks now. But hey, at least you're lucky to escape out with your life. And to the looks of it, you were actually the closest. And I'm guessing that your quirk awakened just in the nick of time too. So, hey, lucky you." Instantly, Izuku pretty much gets put in the hospital bed and then taken to one of the rooms and checked up on. With a doctor seeing Izuku, that he was told by the guy that saved him that he actually did sprain his ankle, and he was able to, and for some reason he was able to unlock his lightning quirk. Instantly, the guys they take some X-rays, or let's say, and they see that the bones are like cracked. Like there are some parts where it looks like it's cracked, but it looks like it's something that's making them welded together, like it's making them stronger. And then they kept trying to go closer, but nothing. It just looks like nothing. With them being confused, and and then they asked the guy that saved him what type of quirk did he awaken. With him saying, "Oh, he unlocked the lightning quirk, his lightning quirk or something. Like he can absorb electricity and stuff like that." With the guy saying, "Oh, so maybe okay, that's pretty interesting, but that doesn't explain the broken leg being healed almost instantly." With them, he's just gonna put a cast. He just decided to put a cast on him. Then he wanted to do a little bit of one of the doctors wanted to do a bit of an experiment on him. Not something that's deadly or anything, just a light experiment. Which then he asks pretty much Izuku if he can do a bit of an experiment. With Izuku saying, "What type of experiment?" With the guy saying, "Since he told me that you awakened your quirk, even though you were deemed quirkless, Mr. Midoriya, I want to do a bit of a check on you." With him just passing something that's made of electricity, for example, a phone. And then he said, "Can you try to absorb the electricity out of that?" With Izuku he says, "I don't know how to use my quirk because I barely..." With the guy saying, "So maybe you're new to this and you don't understand." And he said, maybe just, how about just not think about it, but mostly feel the electricity coursing towards you and make it your own. I think that's the best way to explain it. With Izuku, pretty much, or trying just doing the same thing that he told him, with Izuku absorbing electricity, with with the blue electricity turning green when it's being absorbed by Izuku, and the doctor is amazed that someone can do this, and he's saying, "Huh? So you officially awakened your quirk, huh?" With Izuku being suppressing, so it's not quirkless. Awesome. With instantly Izuku being pretty much amazed, and then he hears the door being like forcefully opened. Then he sees his mom's, and his mom just is teared up and also angry at him. With Izuku putting up his hand saying, "Mom, wait, wait!" Instantly, Inko started running to him really fast. Instantly, just jumps towards him and just yells out, "Izuku, you worried me. Why would you do that?" Oh my goodness. Just crying, saying that, "Thank God you're alive. Oh, thank you, Lord. There is a God. Oh, thank you, God. Like thanking God more than once, like multiple times. With then asking the doctor if there's anything wrong with Izuku, with the doctor saying, "No, there's actually something even better about now." He's the young Mr. Midoriya. With Inko saying, "What is it?" With Izuku saying, "I awakened my quirk." With Inko saying, "What? But I thought you were..." And Izuku said, "I thought so too, but look." With the guy passing out like a bit of a battery, a small battery. And Inko just looks at the battery saying, and confused, looking weird, like putting her head to the side, being confused, with Izuku saying, just wait. And Izuku just thinking of absorbing the electricity. And then electricity starts to manifest out of the battery and then starts to go into Izuku's arm. With Inko being happy that her son was able to, that her son actually got a quirk. But then Inko says, "How is this possible? How did you..." And Izuku looks down, remembering what happened, saying, "Because remember the accident? Do you know, have you seen the news, Mom?" With her saying, "The news? Yes. There was a crater of where you were running, right? Were you near it?" With Izuku saying, "Yeah, I was actually close to the center of the explosion." With Inko being so shocked, saying, "Then how are you... Oh my god, you got so lucky. Oh dear guys." She just starts tearing up, saying, "Thank God, thank God, thank God." Oh my goodness. He just starts crying that her son got super lucky on surviving, and he literally just dodged an enormous bullet near his head. And Inko just says, "Oh God." But how did it... With Izuku saying, "I don't want to talk about it." Instantly, there's a knock on the door with the doctor saying, "You may enter." With Izuku seeing the guy that helped them get out of the crater. With pretty much seeing an officer with that looks like a bloodhound. If I remember, that's the type of species that the chief of police was. If I remember correctly, I don't. It's the same police guy from the Stain arc, if you don't remember. Just letting you know. I don't remember his name, so I'm just going to skip the name and introductions to the story of where Inko is kindly told if she can leave the room so they can talk to Izuku what happened to there. With Izuku kind of nervous, saying, "I know what happened, but I still can't believe what happened and why they did it." With the chief of police saying, "They?" Izuku shaking his head, saying, "Yeah, they. There's these two scientists talking about some sort of project about making the quirkless gain a quirk. But I didn't hear the rest of it." And the only thing that I was able to hear correctly is that it needed something to charge it. Well, mostly for the person to gain a quirk, but I don't remember what it was. Besides, I think it's where it was in the center, and I was actually and instantly remembering about all the homeless folk there. And he says, "Wait, did they get out alive?" With them saying, "They who?" And he says, "The people that used to live there, the homeless people there." With the chief saying, "Some were lucky enough to escape the disaster, but..." And Izuku says, "But?" And the chief says, almost, almost 300 people died in that accident. With Izuku being shocked, saying, I, I survived that." Izuku being shocked and extremely terrified that he would have been able to, he would be the one of 500 people to die. But he got so lucky to avoid that fate, that, and also lucky enough to regain a quirk. But to his knowledge, it's not a quirk. Then we skip to a week from now, let's say, because Izuku, with him like absorbing all the electricity, it was going without him knowing, he was actually healing himself. Because if you don't know, in Infamous, if you take too much damage, and you can actually heal yourself by absorbing the electricity, and you absorb it way faster. With Izuku just feeling weird, and then when he goes to school, everyone kind of hears of what happened and how he was, and pretty much figured out that he was one of the survivors because it said on the news that he survived, and he told them that what happened and the story, and his face was shown on TV that he survived that, and he was so close to the explosion too. And so many people were so shocked that someone was that lucky and yet unlucky at the same time. And then, instantly, everyone in the school goes to Izuku saying, "Is it true? Did you survive that much of a big explosion?" With Izuku saying, "Yeah, I was lucky enough to survive." With Bakugo going up to Izuku saying, "Not even that type of small little explosion was able to kill you? Huh, I guess you are somewhat stronger, somewhat. You have somewhat something in you. Not to die easily, nerd Deku." This is which shocked everyone, which Bakugo complimented Izuku, yet Izuku felt happy, but yet saddened that this is the only reason why. As their classes, pretty much classes went as normal, but then we switch a perspective to somewhere in Japan, where a man sees a crater of the TV, and then the photo, and then the man says, "What? No way! It happened again, just like a few years ago, huh?" And the man goes off looking for this kid, saying, if he survived, there's only one reason why. Cole, let's hope he's someone that's not the bad guy. Instantly, he goes to he gets a jacket that was blue and yellow. Then he goes to the exit, he grabs his keys and goes to the door and exits. And that's where I was gonna leave it off, but since this what if is gonna be a bit longer, I'm just gonna I'm guessing this should be about like an hour or something. But let's continue. Since this is technically 0.5, like a second part plus 1.5. 1.5 plus 2. So this is part 2 of what if Izuku was a conduit. So pretty much, Izuku just in secret told no one that he finally got a quirk. And then he sees someone following him. He feels creeped out by the guy. And the guy keeps getting closer and taps on his shoulder saying, "Wait, I want to know something." Sorry, no. Actually, no. That's not how the video is going to start. No. Okay, so pretty much, it's going to start out as Izuku is being followed by someone. Instantly, he keeps going around each corner, but he sees that in the corner of his eyes, he sees a man in a green hoodie following him. And then he just keeps walking and walking, not knowing what to do. So he goes around the corner and then is ready to use his ability that he just used. But he doesn't know how to use it, but it shows the electricity. So like as a threat, like it shows the electricity on his arms, but he doesn't know how to fire electricity and stuff like that. Then pretty much we see Izuku hiding in the corner, and he sees the green hooded man. Instantly, he throws a punch. He's with electricity, with the guy being stunned, saying, "Ah, god damn it!" With Izuku about to run, with the guy saying, "Wait!" With Izuku saying, "Are you a villain? I'll call the cops on you." With the guy saying, "I'm not a villain." Ah, damn it! I can't believe you have Cole's power. Damn it! Oh god, this is gonna be a pain. The guy stretching. With Izuku saying, "If you're not a villain, then why are you following me? Are you a stalker or something?" With the guy saying, "What? No. There's a reason why I'm following you." With Izuku saying, "Why then?" With Zeke saying, saying that the power that you've gained isn't a quirk. With Izuku being shocked, saying, "What? How would you know? You don't know. This could be a quirk by chance." And with the guy saying, "Sorry, kid. If you want me to explain more," and he pretty much pulls out a paper and a pen, putting down a place. And Izuku takes it, frightened, quickly takes it off his hands. With Izuku reading this, saying, "Wait, isn't that like a different warehouse where the explosion happened?" With the guy saying, "Yeah, but I'll explain everything to you tomorrow. Not tomorrow, okay? I promise. I won't do anything fishy. You can take my word for it, kid." With Izuku saying, "How would I know if you are trying to, do something to me?" With the guy saying, "Whoa, okay, I know what it looks like, but I'm not that type of creep, okay? I've been through my fair share of villains and stuff like that, kid. So, I know what happens to you, and I know why and how you got those powers." Izuku saying, "Powers? Aren't they a quirk?" With the guy saying, "It's not really, but it's closely related to a quirk." Izuku being confused by this, with the guy saying, "Okay, let me explain this." With the guy just taking it off, saying, "First, let me introduce myself. The name's Zeke. The name's Zeke, kid. And that power of yours isn't something that comes out of nowhere and you survive an explosion for no reason." With Izuku saying, "But how did I?" With Zeke says, "Like I said, I'll explain it to you tomorrow. And don't worry, I'll teach you how to use that power of yours too." With Izuku, with the Z guy going back and walking back home, saying, "Don't," and it's at the exact time. "And I'll meet you there, kid." With Izuku walking and just looking at the paper and putting it in his pocket, saying, does that Zeke guy know what he's talking about? Maybe. It looks like he was serious about my quirk or powers. What do I do now? When he gets home, without him realizing, he actually got home because he was actually just thinking about stuff, thinking about what he just heard. That his quirk isn't really a quirk, but it's closely related to one. With Izuku going to his room and saying hi and like pretty much doing his homework and stuff like that. With Izuku not able to sleep, Izuku gets a dream. He meets, he goes to, sorry, the dream is that he's in a weird place, like the city is destroyed. Then pretty much, Izuku sees All Might fighting someone. And Izuku just looks at him. And the guy's eyes start glowing red. Instantly, All Might throws a punch, but all for that weird guy instantly stops it with just one hand and just crushes All Might's arm. With Izuku saying, All Might, no! With Izuku not thinking but running towards the villain, instantly the villain stops time. But Izuku is still able to move for some reason. And Izuku starts going closer to the two people. The villain disappears instantly and appears right behind Izuku, grabbing him by the shoulder, saying, I shall take your quirk now, and you shall be quirkless again. Instantly, Izuku just yells out, saying, No! And it was morning. Izuku just, with the cold sweat, saying, What was that dream? So Izuku pretty much just go, and since, let's say it's the weekends, pretty much. Izuku looks at the piece of paper, and he looks at the door, says, and just thinks, he says, maybe I should trust him. With Izuku lying saying, Mom, I'm gonna go train again. Don't worry, I'll be somewhere else. With pretty much Izuku going to the place where that was close to the incident. Sorry, where the incident happened. With then he sees Zeke just looking at the crater. Izuku asks, So I'm here. What is it? With Zeke saying, I thought you wouldn't come, but thankfully you did. With Izuku saying, okay, what? I need some answers now. What is this quirk with Zeke saying, power? Izuku saying, whatever, power. And how did I survive that blast? And you say that only very little, that only I don't survive for a reason, like just out of luck, but for a reason. Why? With Zeke saying, kid, if I give you the full details, you might not believe me, but it actually explains why you survived. And so pretty much I'm gonna give an example, pretty much give the explanation of my what if of how you get your, pretty much of how it works. For me, that's how I got it, understood it, of how you get the conduit gene to activate. So pretty much, Zeke says, okay kid, let me explain. What you have unlocked right now is called a conduit ability. That's what I'm going to call it, the conduit ability. With Izuku saying, conduit ability? What is that? With Izuku saying, to be honest, it's been a couple of years since this whole incident happened. So, I'm just going to keep it short and simple. Okay, what you have isn't a quirk. It's mostly a conduit ability that you had in your genetics. And it activated through that explosion because you absorbed the energy of almost every living life form in your surrounding. With Izuku saying, what do you mean? With Izuku saying, that explosion doesn't awaken, well, it does awaken conduit abilities, but not the way you think. With Izuku saying, how then? Izuku saying, are you sure you really want to know? With Izuku saying, just tell me. With Izuku saying, that orb that they built was a faulty one. But I'm guessing that you know what? I'm just gonna tell you. So pretty much, if that thing goes off and there's people around it that don't have the conduit genetic gene, they will die and become more like energy itself. And the person that has the genetic conduit gene are the ones that absorb the life of other people. With Izuku saying, you're not serious, right? That's a lie. There's no way. That explosion made me absorb almost 500 living people. With Zeke saying, sorry kid, that's how the conduit gene works. Even a small amount of people would activate the gene, but a big explosion would happen, almost destroying a building or something. With Izuku falling to his knees saying, so, I become, what happened to me? How? With Zeke walking up to Izuku saying, it's okay kid, you weren't the first to be like this. With Izuku saying, what? How? Who? And then Zeke says, let me tell you a story of someone that's been lost in a bit of history. I don't know if he's still around or not. Well, the story of him around. But let's go a bit of memory lane. With Izuku saying, okay. Pretty much Zeke going through the story of Cole McGrath and how he got his powers the same way. With Izuku, pretty much the first half of the story. With Izuku being surprising. Wow. How come we never heard of him? He saved a whole city. And even had to sacrifice the woman he loved. With Zeke saying, yeah, sometimes being the hero, you have to sacrifice things you truly care about. Cole pretty much loved his girlfriend, kid, but something else happened. With Zeke saying, what? With Zeke saying, you won't believe me, but his future self came to the past. And I was stupid enough to take his hand and think of me, trying to make me into an all-powerful person. God damn it. With Izuku saying, what? You wanted the power too? With Izuku saying, yeah, but there's a reason for it. With Izuku saying, so what's the reason? Izuku started saying, I felt like I was someone that wasn't being useful. I felt like I was being like a third wheel, you know? I was being like a sidekick and not being like a partner instead. You know what I mean, kid? With Izuku a bit, understanding a little bit, saying so you felt like you were being left out of things that you want to be helpful for and decided to risk almost 1,000 lives to get that power to be more helpful? With Izuku saying, well, I guess saying it out like that makes me turn into a villain, huh? Izuku chuckles, saying, yeah, I guess I just got lucky with me being born with the gene, huh? With Zeke says, yeah, kid, you are lucky. But know this, every action you take affects your powers. Izuku saying, what do you mean? With Zeke saying, if you become a villain, it affects your powers as well. It will make it turn into a blood red, or I don't know what other color it will turn into. But know this, if you become a hero, a true hero, that lightning color will change for the better. Becomes powerful. Either or. But it comes with a price. With Izuku saying, what do you mean? Zeke saying, if you become a villain, you lose your humanity. If you become a hero, you're gonna have to sacrifice you're gonna sometimes have to sacrifice people that you really wish you could. Sometimes you don't have to, but in many cases there might be one day. Izuku saying, no, I will save people. I don't want anyone to go through that experience again. Izuku saying, you know what, I'll just shut up and I'll just get to the part where you're gonna need help. Izuku saying, what do you mean? with Zeke saying, "I'm gonna help you learn how to master your work, your powers." With Izuku saying, "Can you really do that? But you don't have one." Zeke says, "Shush, shush, 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 shush. Yes, I know. I don't have any powers, but I can teach you. I'm a bit of a inventor, you know. I was one of the reasons why Cole was able to become a hero. Sadly, I had to. Yeah, let's not talk about that now, but pretty much let's train you, kid." So they go inside the building, and Izuku sees an empty space with pretty much Zeke going to a box and putting 3 cans in there with Zeke saying, "Okay, here you go. Fire." Izuku saying, "What? Fire." With Izuku saying, "But I don't know how to." With Zeke saying, "Just let it be. Don't think too much about it. Just shoot of where you want to aim and what you want to fire." Izuku thinking, well, not thinking, just looking at the can, firing it, but he misses and pretty much shoots the floor under the can and stuff like that. There's a couple of misses and making the entire floor a bit burnt. Zeke saying, we're gonna need a lot more practice than that, huh?" Izuku saying, I guess practice makes perfect, right? So we skip a bit. Pretty much by the time Izuku turns 15, he's been secretly training with his quirk. So Izuku knows how to fire, knows how to do the sniper attack. But pretty much it's mostly like a dart. He knows like how to make people unconscious in a way. With Zeke giving him the information of how many volts Izuku needs to knock someone out, because you can't just shoot someone all regular and stuff like that. So Izuku pretty much learned how to do a lot over the past 5 years. He was able to master how to use the lightning, how to absorb the lightning even quicker, how to even float, like hover, how to ride on rails, pretty much electricity rails, and also train tracks, which he's actually extremely faster than the bullet train. He actually once was able to outrace a bullet train. Yeah. And then there's like 3 abilities that I'm gonna give Izuku. Okay, I'm gonna give 3 abilities to Izuku that Cole doesn't have because I made it up. Okay, so pretty much there's the first ability, which I'm gonna give him since he was able to unlock it a bit later after mastering it. He actually was able to make a force field around him, but not just for him. He can also do it for other people. And then there's a different one which he can make a bit of an electricity clone. But it's not like the electricity clone, like all like you can see through him or anything. It's kind of like it just looks like Izuku, but he's static, like a TV being static and stuff. It's like that, but he's not gonna get that now because it's a bit too OP for now. And then Izuku, with his full power, I call the last mode lightning vision. It's kind of like pretty much like the Speed Force, like you are super fast and everything's so slow for you. It's kind of like that. But the way it works for Izuku is that he pretty much, if he uses it, like there's like how many energy you have. So he's like at full, he can actually use it for like about 3 hours. If Izuku's in half, he can pretty much just use it for like about an hour and a half. If it's like about 25%, Izuku can just use it for 15 minutes. And if it's less, and you get the idea. And Zeke was able to make these crystals that for some reason Izuku just asked what these were, and Zeke says, "These are crystals that help you, let's say, level up your stock in electricity, kid. It'll help you, trust me. It'll help my old friend." With Izuku saying, okay then. Pretty much he holds it, and then not just that, he feels like a bit of a more energized for some reason. He feels like he can run a marathon in just one, like, it feels so amazing. And he says, wait, so this is what I need with Zeke saying, yeah, I can make one once a week, which is actually 5 years ago. No, sorry. Zeke can make this like about every 3 months, with Izuku saying, huh, so if I do my training correctly, I can. Zeke saying, yup, I can make these, and you can actually get more powerful, but there's a limit to you on how much you can hold on to, kid. With Izuku saying, and how do you know that? With Zeke saying, remember, my old friend Cole, my old buddy Cole, he's the one that figured out the max. With Izuku saying, and how many did he have? With Zeke saying, if I remember correctly, he told me there was like, I guess, 24, I guess? Izuku saying, 24? Huh. That's a lot. With Zeke saying, yeah, it is. Oh, I almost... And pretty much this is when Izuku was also learning how, also pretty much, he was getting bullied by Bakugo, so yeah. And Zeke says, oh yeah, this is a bit of a present, since, you remind me of kind of like him. When we were kids, he was kind of like you, but when he gets older, he's a bit more of a badass. So, I want you to have this. With Zeke going back, saying, hold on, I left it in the bag. Pulling up, looking what looks to be a blue and yellow jacket, with Izuku saying, that's a cool jacket. With Izuku saying, yeah, he used to belong to Cole, but now it belongs to you. With Izuku saying, me? Why? With Zeke saying, well, you trained hard to become a hero, right? So when you get to the exams, kick their asses. Kid, promise me that. Got it? Oh, there's one more ability that I forgot about the first Infamous, is that, like when Cole focuses hard enough, he can actually make lightning blades? Yeah, it's gonna be like that. So pretty much, Izuku. So pretty much, let's skip to where the actual canon happens. Instantly, so it's the same thing as canon, as Izuku runs into the fight of Mount Lady in Kamui Woods and another villain. And he writes it down on his journal. He's still the same Izuku as we remember, but he has more of a sense of responsibility, a stronger sense of justice, and also he's someone that's more smart, strong, and of course, I don't remember the word, but he's more physically stronger, since he's also a conduit, since his gene has been active now. Izuku goes to school. And secretly hovers onto the roof without no one knowing. So he goes downstairs. And then he goes to class barely on time, with the teacher saying, I thought you would be late this time. At least you care for going to class. Well, yeah, just class. And every class happened like that, and then we go to the same as the end of the class. With then, pretty much, we go to where one of the teacher for the last period of doing the papers of what you think of working as, and what do you want to do, what you think of your future. With the same thing as canon, saying him just throwing the paper saying, I know you all want to be heroes, with everyone showing the quirks, with Izuku actually having to self-control himself to not accidentally expose that he was able to get it to work. Instantly, Bakugo does the same speech that he's going to be the best hero. He's going to go for number one, and every single one of these extras are going to be lucky enough to become sidekicks. Everyone rants on Bakugo, with the teacher saying, "Oh, Izuku Midoriya, you think of also going there, huh?" Instantly, Bakugo Instantly, Bakugo, just hearing this, he does not like it one bit. And everyone looks bad at Izuku. Everyone does the same thing as Kennen is. They're laughing at a quirkless kid. With Izuku kind of getting pissed at this, he let his anger kind of get the best of him, but not yet. He still had a bit of self-control until Bakugo Bakugo goes up to him and does the same thing as Kennen, as he slams and explodes his desk. Izuku just stands there, with everyone kind of surprised that he wouldn't whimper. With Izuku standing up, he has more self-confidence in himself. He knows that he's more worth, because Zeke is the person that helped him get up, because he heard every story that what Cole went through. He went through such a hard life, and he went through some of his life regretting some things, but not regretting everything of his life. And he thought, if I don't do this, I might regret it for the rest of my life. So Izuku just stands up saying, I'll still try, even if I don't have one. With Bakugo doing little explosions and he was about to attack the Izuku, a little bit of lightning appears out of nowhere, which is green, which everyone is shocked. With Izuku looking at his hand, thinks that he's gonna be looked out. Everyone says, Izuku has a quirk? And Izuku looks saying, what? I have a quirk? Izuku looking down on his hand saying, and pretending that he just awakened his quirk. The reason why lightning, like instantly little sparks of lightning appeared, is because Izuku got actually frustrated to Bakugo, thinking that he really wants to like knock down Bakugo a peg or two. And without knowing, he subconsciously made the lightning appear. With Izuku looking in his hands, pretending, saying, I have a quirk! See, I can be a hero! And everyone's shocked that he actually awakened his quirk at such a late age, thinking, huh, and it looks like a lightning quirk, which is weird, but some of the kids are like, I guess he can be one? Instantly, Bakugo gets pissed, saying, were you hiding it from me? With Izuku saying, I just got my quirk right in front of your face, Bakugo. So if you're really that dumb, I don't know what are you? With everyone hearing that Izuku finally got his quirk and felt a little cocky because of it, and Bakugo was gonna hit Izuku, Izuku was gonna hit back, with the teacher saying, pretty much stopping the two, and both of them going to the office. With Bakugo saying, huh, I guess you got lucky, nerd. With Izuku just kind of talking back to him saying, at least I don't have a type of temper, Pomeranian. Bakugo hearing this saying, what the hell you say to me? Pretty much Izuku repeated it saying that he's a Pomeranian. Which Bakugo was really pissed that since Izuku was got more cocky because he got his quirk, with him saying, just because you got your quirk doesn't mean that you should be cocky, you know? With Izuku saying, are you sure that you should be saying that, Bakugo? You're saying the same thing you're saying the same thing that I wanted to say for years. And pretty much the relationship for Bakugo and Izuku is going to be pretty rocky for this what if. So yeah. So pretty much Izuku and Bakugo just give each other the death stare until they go to the principal's office. And pretty much what the teacher has been told is that Izuku just manifested his quirk but still used it in class. So yeah, the teacher let him go because because Izuku isn't a bad student. He is he's a nice student. It's just that since he actually just got his quirk, he's actually proud of him. Bakugo sees as unfair and says that Izuku should be the one that's getting in trouble, not him. With the principal saying, Young Bakugo, I know what you've been doing for these past these few years in this school. Bullying other students, making sure they don't do anything or anything else. With Bakugo saying, "What? What do you mean? I didn't do anything. Those extras deserve it." With the principal getting annoyed at this, saying, "You are not the king of anything or everything. You are a king of nothing, young Bakugo. You have to earn it to become a hero and respect. You're earning your right as for fear. And also, I know you've been bullying these other kids for years. So you are in trouble, and pretty much is in trouble for whatever, and does whatever the principal told him to do, like clean the school, pretty much. And then pretty much Izuku goes home with. Wait, sorry, I'll be back. I'm back. So where were we again? Yes. So pretty much Izuku goes down the same pathway as Canon, as where he does the same thing as Canon, but slightly different, with Izuku fighting back with his conduit abilities, with the slime villain trying to take Izuku's body, and Izuku fighting with the lightning lightning blades, if I remember what they're called, the lightning blades. So the guy says, "Damn it, you're irritating for a brat." Izuku just keeps trying to fight, and then, but from all angles, the slime villain keeps attacking Izuku, and then pretty much the slime villain does the same thing as Canon, but Izuku was able to fight off a bit more. With pretty much All Might appears the same way, and Texas, if I remember saying, Texas smashes the slime off Izuku. Izuku being unconscious, him feeling someone slapping his face to wake up, with him saying All Might, and he pretty much fanboys about All Might. He was gonna ask to pretty much for All Might to sign his notebook, and of course, as canon, uh, All Might was one step ahead of him, and also got the slime off of pretty much where everywhere, and the walls, floor, and stuff like that. And it's the same thing as the bottles. With Izuku actually wanted to ask a question instantly. Izuku was told by that. Does the same thing with All Might pretty much saying, "Kid, what are you doing? You'll get hurt." And landing on a building, with Izuku looking down saying, "All Might, I actually have a question." Pretty much him asking the same question, with All Might also turning into Small Might. Izuku looks up, and pretty much stuff like that. And Izuku pretty much what was it again? Wait. Sees All Might, and All Might does the same thing, saying that you can't be a hero if you're quirkless, because it would be more dangerous, and you can actually lose your life if you don't have a strong quirk. So the answer is no, I don't think you can. Izuku, hearing this, he was heartbroken. He felt like everything shattered before his eyes. All Might, the number one hero, the one that was his idol, said that someone without a quirk can't become a hero. But you can be a police officer and stuff like that. And pretty much, it's the same thing as canon, as Izuku goes down the stairs and walks off home, being somewhat depressed that All Might, the number one hero, told him to quit on his dream, that he shouldn't dream something that isn't realistic. Then he walks, and then he hears an explosion. As he goes walking and tries to go through the crowd, and then he sees a slime villain, and Izuku thought, saying, "Oh, what? Then All Might have it with him? But how?" And then instantly he remembers that he was hanging onto All Might's leg, so he was saying, and then he thought that it was my fault. I'm the reason why All Might dropped it. Instantly, and then Izuku looks up, and hears a coughing. He sees All Might to the right, and he doesn't, of course he doesn't reveal him. And then he says, "Ah, damn it. All Might can't turn right now. Damn it, what can I do?" It happened. And then he heard another explosion, which was even bigger. He looks up and he sees Bakugo, and then Bakugo looks at Izuku. Instantly, without thinking, he runs towards him. Then and the hero said, "Hey kid, stop! You'll get hurt." Izuku, with Slime Villain, saw Izuku saying, "You brat, you're annoying." Instantly, Izuku, without thinking, before he was gonna be attacked by the villain, instantly, pretty much, threw the backpack in the eye of the slime villain, and then pretty much did the same thing as Cannon, but then he thought of something quickly and does the force field, the electrical force field, with Bakugo saying, "What? How are you?" With Izuku saying, "I don't know," and playing it off, saying, "I don't know. I was just thinking. I didn't know it would actually happen." Bakugo saying, "Huh? Beginner's luck, I guess." Instantly, pretty much, Izuku runs back to the heroes with Bakugo holding on to Bakugo's arm. Of course, Izuku throwing him because he saw the slime villain, gonna attack Izuku. And then Izuku saw Kamui Woods, and Izuku pulled out an arm for Kamui. Kamui saw this and just reacted on getting Izuku's arm and pulling Izuku towards them. He was able to successfully get Izuku, and it was a really close call because the slime villain was really close to grabbing onto Izuku. With All Might that saw this, someone that had a quirk and was able to do that, and he was confused of why Izuku had that question, and it felt like that because of his answer. He doesn't know, but he was so motivated by Izuku's, not pretty much Izuku's actions of going to save someone without thinking and doing that. And then pretty much, but All Might did the same thing, but without holding on to both Bakugo and Izuku. Instantly, the media pretty much went in front of Izuku and Bakugo, with Izuku just jumping wall to wall, because remember, it's 5 years have passed, and let's say Zeke told him to practice on parkour, because it actually is extremely useful to learn how to do it, which I actually say yes, it is. So Izuku does parkour around, pretty much wall jumping around the building to go up on the buildings, on top of the buildings, like the roofs, and the news reporters see this, and they say, "Wow, this kid has a promising future with a really good quirk, and you too." getting some praises from them, with Izuku just trying to get home, and then going to the power line and instantly jumping onto it, and then just rides it all the way home. Then just stopping and going on the crosswalk. Then pretty much Izuku he hears Bakugo saying, "Nerd, you didn't have to do anything, you useless Deku. I had him right where I wanted him." With Izuku saying, "Either way, I didn't want to save you, but you didn't deserve it. But you should say thank you, right, to the person that saved your life." With Bakugo saying, "Shut up, you quirkless nerd." With Izuku saying, "I'm not quirkless anymore, remember?" With Bakugo just saying, "Shut up, stupid nerd." Pretty much saying the same thing. And Izuku was gonna go walk towards home, and then pretty much All Might appears out of nowhere, and Izuku pretty much freaks out, saying, "All Might, why are you?" And instantly, All Might turns into Small Might. And also, I'm gonna do this little thing for All Might, and I don't know if pretty much Cole can do this in the game, but for my what if, I'm gonna just let Izuku do it. So, and you guys are gonna say, why are you doing this? Why? It doesn't make any sense. It's my what if, so please understand its plot. Izuku pretty much sees and that sees All Might, well, Small Might cough a lot of blood, with Izuku saying, "Oh, are you okay? That was a lot of blood you're coughing out." With Small Might pretty much saying, "I'm fine, young lad," and also pretty much giving him the same speech about it all, with Izuku, and pretty much showing him the scar, with Izuku looking at it, and then he goes up to All Might saying, "Is it okay if I can try to heal it?" With All Might saying, "You can heal something with your quirk? I don't think it's possible, young man. I think it's illusional, and it's cruel to just play." And then Izuku just puts his hand on it, and some green lightning goes towards All Might's wound, and All Might starts feeling a bit of pain. Him yelling, "What are you doing?" Izuku just saying, "It's fine. I'm just healing you. It might be a bit painful, so please deal with it. I'm sorry." Then when the pain ended, All Might felt like he was back to normal. I know it's not possible for Cole to literally, rebuild, like, not non-existent organs, but for this what if, Izuku is a bit more powerful than Cole, and also is able to heal them to the max, but not able to regain their strength. They have to work on that themselves. Izuku says, "That's the best I can do to my abilities, I'm sorry." All Might looks at his scar, and it looks like it was just a measly small scar that can heal up for like a week or something. And All Might looks at this, and he's happy. He's like, "Young man, how did you?" Izuku saying, "Well, if you told your secret, I guess I'll tell you mine." With All Might being confused, saying, "What secret?" Pretty much, All Might already did tell him about the secret about the whole speech thing and how his quirk works. And Izuku said, "I'll accept your quirk, but I'll also have to bring someone else with me to understand the situation, if you don't mind." With All Might saying, "Yes, you don't. It's fine. And also, thank you, young man. Thank you for helping me. I feel better than ever, even though it was painful. But I think but it's worth it." Pretty much, that's where we're gonna leave it off, and this is where it was supposed to be left off. But since the whole video was accidentally stopped, I hope you forgive me. Well, it wasn't technically. I can control it because my phone automatically turned off. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this what if, and I'll see you on part 3. Because remember, I put it part 1.5 and part 2 together in this what if part. Well, either way, I hope you guys have a great day, a great good evening, wherever you are. Take care. See ya. Bye.